Okay. Let's start sharing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. As right now we have people still going to come in, streaming in. I have issued a poll. Please let us know, is this your first time attending this webinar? So as you're doing the poll, let me tell you more about what we do. We have a daily webinar where Jin will be walking you through his thoughts and ideas for very specific currency for each day. Monday, Aussie and New Zealand. Tuesday, Euro. Wednesday, the pound. Thursday, yen and gold. Friday, Canadian dollar. So today it's a Thursday, so Jin will be speaking about yen and gold as he'll be taking us through different time frame. This webinar is going to be very beneficial to both long-term investors and short-term traders. During this session, Jin will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, highlighting potential targets and risk. However, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Jin runs LCMS Traders, which is where trading is conducted to get traders to be consistent and profitable. And of course, he runs Forex Briefcase, which is a managed account services where Jin trades an AUM of more than 10 million USD on a daily basis. Right, Jin has been invited to speak on many stages globally. In fact, just very recently, he has been invited to on Money FM, a Singapore financial radio talk show, to give his views on what happened in the Forex market. Now, let me run a second poll. Just let me know, how did you get to know this webinar here? How did you get here? Right? It's because it's very, very important for us. It's good for us. And also, if you have friends and family who will do share, who do trade Forex, do share with them. It's going to be very beneficial. So while you're doing the poll for us here, I would like to take this opportunity to share with you more about LCMS Traders Club. LCMS Traders Club is a private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, signal, coach you to be a better and more profitable trader. This is the place to be, regardless of whether you're new, experienced, part-time, or full-time trading. If you have joined us from the Telegram channel, you have been enjoying our trade signals absolutely free. A question you might have is that when you have been told when to enter a trade, you do not know where to exit. In the Traders Club, we not only give you the signals earlier in than the Telegram channel, we also tell you the strategy behind the signals and actually guide you on where to exit with specific reasons, so that in the long run, you not only not only earn from the signals, you also learn how to trade better. Now, if you go right here, you can see here, we actually issue here a buy euro signals earlier than the Telegram channel. We also tell you on why we analyze the trade and why we take the signal on the buy on the Euro USD. Should you hit each of the target TP1, TP2, or TP3, we actually suggest you to hold all to secure your profits. It's very beneficial to all of you. Now, not only that, if you want to learn new strategies or require some coaching, we also have members only live Zoom sessions on Monday and Wednesday evening to run through trade ideas, teach you new strategies, update you on recent market and economic developments. This is really going to be very beneficial. So for example, if you go to popular topics right now and you go weekly live call, all the videos are here. You can see that we actually do like economic roundups, what happened last week. We also do signal coaching, not only on whatever Telegram we analyze. We tell you more about more details. Okay, and then we've got group coaching by Jin, which is most important. Now, the group coaching with Jin is where you can opportunity to pick Jin's brain on pretty much any trading related questions you might have. You can answer any questions you have. You also you can talk about what you can look for the week. Trading for the week, what to look for, what are trading ideas you have. He talks about psychological trading. He also talks about trading on a lower time frame he has. So it's very important to join as well. Now, not only that, if we're on a Wednesday, we have coaching sessions on new strategies, very related to where you can complement on the 5 steps analysis. We were talking about trading on the trend series, on the moving averages, channels. We also not only talk about that, we have divergence. We talked about divergence before. right? Here you have, we also talk about pin bars, we talk about chart patterns, and many, many more to come. So really, do join this group. It's going to be very, very beneficial to everyone. Now, not only that, we have a wide range of analysis for club members as well. We have here the currency watch list, where every morning we will take a look at the currents, the charts here, and we look at where it's going to possible actions to buy, what entry levels, what potential profits you can have. And not only that, we have various breaking news here. We have watch list, we have weekly currency correlation. All this information is actually going to shortcut your way trading or your way to trading success. Okay, and you must think, how do you join this group here? All you need to go is to look for the link will be up on the chat. To join here, it is a paid subscription of $199 a year, which really is less than $1 a day. So if you are facing any uncertainty in your trading, taking any risk on your trades, you need to join the club to get some guidance towards profit and get some coaching to improve on your confidence and strategy immediately. Okay, now it's going to be it's great to know about all these trading club, but right now let's now hear more from Jin on the yen and gold pairs. So Jin.
Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? We have, every time we do this 4-day course, we got a lot of new people joining this currency call. So I've been answering some questions in the chat already. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Zoom chat. Give me a thumbs up, give me a reaction in the chat. Let me know that you are here and we shall get started. All right. Okay. Some responses. We could do with more, but there are some responses. Let's get started. What are you laughing about? Making me laugh. Okay. Economic calendar on Forex trading Asia. First thing today is Thursday. So looking at the yen pairs and also gold. But I'll tell you straight off is that you can see not a lot of news. There's a lot of PMI numbers coming around, but we spoke about that for the Eurozone already. The main thing you're going to look at tonight is the jobless claims, but that's a weekly number. So don't expect too much of an impact on this. And then some manufacturing PMI, non-manufacturing PMI numbers coming from the US. Again, looking at it as 56.6, expected to come out at 56. Not big changes there. Probably we're going to see a lot of a trending situation continue. So the market looks like it's going to continue with that US dollar weakness. However, my attention now is shifting towards tomorrow. Tomorrow we're looking at the non-farm payrolls. So non-farm payrolls was 638K, expected 486K. What the number is going to come out tomorrow at 9:30 tomorrow night, Singapore time, we will find out. At this point, it looks like it might be an easy beat, right? It might look like a better number, better than expected number, because of the end of year. We usually see a bump in employment numbers because of that festivity, because of the retail numbers coming through. My throat is going mad already. Okay, so then we have unemployment rate going from 6.9, expected to be 6.8. Again, some slightly better numbers. Probably going to be about 6.8 or 6.7, I think. So we might actually see that weakness of the US dollar has been happening for the past week, for this whole week already. I think that we might see some volatility back towards US dollar strength as we approach the end of the week. As we approach this non-farm payroll numbers, profit taking might come into place, and then we will see what happens next week. However, all that will be thrown out the window if non-farm numbers come out to be terrible. If unemployment rate doesn't go to 6.7, 6.8, it actually goes to 6.9 or even 7. So I would best suggest short, keep your trades very managed, and then lead up to with an eye on tomorrow's non-farm payroll number. You know, keep your trades short and managed leading up to tomorrow's non-farm payroll number. I'm quite excited for tomorrow as well as there is going to be Canadian employment numbers at the same time. So with that Canadian employment numbers at the same time, we're going to see probably quite high volatility um, for the US CAD. But it is not US CAD today, it is the yen pairs. I will tell you more about the US CAD tomorrow morning during the currency call. With that, let's look at the charts. Looking at the chart here, this is the US yen on the H4. It's going to come down. You see this? I'll zoom in one more. There you go. I said it was going to come down, test 104, possibly bouncing back up towards 104.80. Did exactly that, came down, test 104, bounce back up towards 104.80. At this point now, oh, terrible throat. At this point now, I think that it's probably going to sit there and do that. All right, sit there and do that. But that's a 30 pip upward move. Not super interesting. Nothing much to trade on at this point. Even if you did keep your stops quite tight, 15 pips to 30 pips, not something that I'll be super keen on. I'll probably be waiting for it to go up towards 104.80 and then look at and see whether it's going to bounce off 104.80 lower back towards that 104 range, or break above 104.80 and then we could see further upside. The main thing for this is going to be driven by, not much news today, but going to be driven by what could happen tomorrow during the non-farm payrolls and also next week. I will give you a brief update of next week's news tomorrow during tomorrow's session as well. So hands off. I would best suggest is hands off on the US yen at this point. There are other pairs that will keep you quite busy, such as the euro yen, right? So the euro yen failed to break below 124, has bounced off quite significantly off this point, 125.72, went almost towards 127. At this point, is within that 1 and 2 standard deviation range. I think that it could continue up, right? It could probably continue upwards towards, as I say that, it starts going up a bit, towards 127.22. And then we might actually see from that point some downside. Okay, I don't think it's going to keep going upwards. I think that at some level, and I think 127.22 is a good resistance level where we might see some resistance and downside from that point. So I highlighted that it's within that 1 and 2 standard deviation range, hence why I expect it to continue moving higher. If you want to find out more about how I look at the markets, how I analyze the indicators and the tools, or even the fundamental analysis that I do, make sure you join the 4-day course. Day 2 is tonight at 7 o'clock. Make sure you join that. So the euro yen is, I think, going to continue upwards. Let it test 127.22 before possible further downside towards 125.72. The pound yen has gone through massive volatility. We've seen that. I'll zoom in one more. We've seen it, within this week alone, went up, test 140, came back down, test 139, and then now it looks like it's going back up to test 140 again. At this point, I do think it's going to continue upwards to test 140.18, possibly even break 140.18. When you're looking at the pound yen, make sure you pay some attention to the pound dollar. And if you look at the pound dollar, it is on its upward trajectory. It came down and tested 1.3270. Looks like it's going upwards towards 1.3427. So I think it's going to keep going higher, or 32 actually, keep going higher, possibly break that resistance level. Hence, why I think pound yen at this point looks very interesting. Could go higher, break 140.18, and we could see further upside on the pound yen. Okay, I was sharing with the Traders Club members at this point a couple of days ago that we could see that retracement back downwards didn't happen, bounce back up. Now it looks like the whole reversal is going to complete. Break above 140.18 looks very interesting for that buying opportunity. I see the chat going off. Summaries are there. All right, so in the interest of keeping this a little bit interactive, between the US yen, Euro yen, and pound yen, which pair would you be most interested in? Just testing you guys to make sure you're listening in. Put it in the comments. Between the US yen, pound, Euro yen, and pound yen, which would you be most interested in? Oh my, getting a good mix of information. It's almost 50-50 now between pound yen and Euro yen. No, Sunil just said pound yen and Euro yen. Come on. Yes, okay. Pound yen would be the one that I'll be a bit more interested in, especially waiting for it to break that 140.18 level. Euro yen can go up, but we're looking at that move upwards and then downside. Okay, if it breaks above 127.22, I'll be a bit more careful because it's reaching significant high levels. The last time we were above 127.22 was way back in 2018. So be very careful with that for the euro yen. Okay, so high on my list is the pound yen. Then lastly, we're looking at the gold. So gold, last I spoke about it, I said it was going to come down, test this 1800 level and bounce back up. It's already on its way. It's tested 1800. It's bouncing back up. It's at 1834 right now. I do think that we could see further upside on the gold. If it breaks above 1850, which is very close, if it breaks above 1850, let me move this line to 1850 there, this green line, we could actually see it come back up into this 1850, 1900 range and possibly even retesting that 2000 level again. So quite straightforward on gold. I see that retracement, zoom it out. We see that as a retracement back down, now a resumption of that upwards trend moving up. Okay, so quite straightforward in terms of trading the yen pairs and gold. What I would suggest, what I want to share with you now is making sure that you are already in the 4-day LCMS Traders 4-day FX Kickstarter. If you're not already in there, make sure you join. Find this group, click join, we'll let you in straight away. Tonight at 7 p.m., I will be going through the fundamental analysis, telling you which 7 news items to pay attention to, what you don't need to pay attention to, how to understand fundamentals. Fundamentals is usually one of the biggest problem with most people, but once you know what to look out for, once you know how to analyze it, it becomes quite straightforward. With that said, one last thing to do, Traders Club members, I don't know if you have put in your guesses already. Make sure you join the non-farm payroll competition. All you have to do is put in some numbers, right? Put in some numbers, whatever number you think you might come out for the non-farm payrolls on Friday, you stand a chance to win $100 Amazon voucher if you get the exact match. And if you come closest without going over, one person will get that $50 Amazon voucher. Okay, so make sure Traders Club members, make sure you put in your guesses for that. Doesn't cost you anything. With that said, we'll 2 questions. Hang on. Okay. Where's the first? Okay. Could gold bounce off 1850 as a strong resistance? Well, Sunil, you know what I'm going to say. It could always bounce off 1850, obviously. But, okay, I'll zoom it in a little bit. So, technical levels are there, could be resisted. But looking at the momentum of how things are moving, looking at how it's traveling along, as the indicators are coming close, we see MACDs crossing up, that's slowly forming upwards. PSA are coming close. All that put together, I think that because 1850 is quite near, we could actually see it break through rather than get resisted at 1850. Okay, so and then also with not much fundamental changes in terms of the risk adverse or the risk on period, I don't think is going to impact gold at 1850. All right, I hope that answers your question, Sunil. And then what effect will the non-farm payroll numbers have, good or bad, on gold? I will show you non-farm payroll numbers again. Okay, where is it? Okay, so looking at the non-farm payroll numbers again here, I don't think that unless it comes out massively different, I don't think it's going to have that much impact on gold, because if it comes out at anywhere between 450 to even 550, even 600, it's still within the previous, it's still within the expected levels. I don't think it's going to impact gold too much. And at this point, it's the understanding that non-farm numbers are going to be influenced by that festivity. There's not that much this year around, but also the gold prices are probably going to be affected more by what's happening in the economy in terms of the vaccine, in terms of economies opening up, rather than a non-farm number at this point. Usually it does have a bit more impact, but for this month, this scenario, I think that we might see limited impact in this case. I hope that answers your question there, Steve. All right. With that said, make sure you join the second day of the 4-day course tonight, and I will pass it back to Daniel.
Okay, Jin, great. I hope everybody got the trade ideas for the yen pairs and about gold as well. Okay, I'll be launching now a review poll. Let us know what you thought about this session. So for those who are new here, a video recording of this video will be uploaded. So do stay tuned. And tomorrow it's a Friday, so we're talking about the Canadian dollar. So do come and join us same time tomorrow. Okay, if not, thank you. Goodbye. Good trading.